This one's wife. We decorate the tree. Warning. Bullshit detected. Warning. Bullshit detected. Warning. Bullshit detected. Hello, I'm HG Tudor. The bullshit detection alert went off because this next article that I'm going to discuss with you in the context of this one's wife's narcissism is clearly laden with plenty of bullshit. Accordingly, you may wish to seek out a large shovel so that you can shovel it away from yourself. It comes courtesy of Us magazine, which gives you a flavour already as to the veracity of the information. Caitlin Summers writes, "This one's wife loves trimming and decorating Christmas tree with Prince Harry and their kids." Before we even get into the body of the article, the way that the Christmas tree decoration that will take place in the Monty Shitshow mansion is that the staff will be instructed where to place the tree, which colour scheme to use, and then her ladyship will stroll in and then find fault. She's not going to spend time doing it herself, save for the purposes of a staged video or a staged photograph. There's nothing really for her to gain in undertaking the act itself, and because she's inherently lazy and needs more time to apply bronzer or to ensure that she's got semi-polished nails, she's not going to engage in doing so, and furthermore, not with the children. Irrespective of whether you believe they exist or not, it's simply not the credible what she actually states that has been reported in Us magazine. Let's dive in and find out what this tripe is. This one's wife's favourite Christmas tradition proves she and Prince Harry are just like us. I don't think it's the case that most people decide to celebrate Christmas by putting tinsel around the bell end of their partner and giving them a rim job. But according to us, we're creating new traditions now that our little ones are growing up. This one's wife, 42, told E! News at Variety's Power of Women event on Thursday, referring to Prince Archie, 4, and Princess Lilibet, 2. And we're enjoying every moment of it. I love trimming and decorating the tree with my children. You're seriously telling me that a 2-year-old ambles up and then picks the correct bauble and places it where it's required? A 2-year-old will either not be interested in the slightest and will walk off, or will come along and pick up a bauble and try and eat it before them trying to pull the baubles off the tree. And you can imagine how that would go down with this one's wife. Archie might be somewhat fascinated by the colours and shapes, but again, find me a 4-year-old that's particularly interested in trimming the tree. I know from my own siblings, them talking about their own children, that it's basically a case of one person trying to keep the kids occupied so that the other can actually get on with the decorating of the tree, because if you're not careful, the kids come along and start pulling the lights off, tipping the tree over, grabbing the baubles, and if you have a hardwood floor, they tend to shatter, etc. Therefore, in the circumstances, it's quite ridiculous to suggest that that's what they engage in. Naturally, we know that this is all for the purposes of facade management. Bearing in mind that their respective ages in the past will have been 3 and 1 last Christmas, and then prior to that, 2 and newborn. Yeah, they really have been engaging in this tradition. As I mentioned, this one's wife will just dictate what has to be done with regard to it, and In order to create this facade of her being an involved and loving mother, she conjures up this image of them standing around, trimming the tree and decorating it. She's more likely to be opening another bottle in the kitchen and screaming, "I can't believe that you put blue and red together on the tree, Harry," while Harry scurries off to change the blue baubles out for gold instead. The article continues by explaining that this one's wife and Harry, 39, previously spent their first 2 Christmases as a couple with his family at Queen Elizabeth II's Sandringham estate. "Oh, the family loved having her there. I think together we had an amazing time," Harry told BBC Radio 4's Today Show in December 2017, while discussing this one's wife's first holiday with his family. He doesn't seem very sure, does he? "I think together we had an amazing time." Well, either you did or you didn't. He carried on by saying, "She's done an absolutely amazing job, yeah. She's getting in there, and it's a family that I suppose she's never had." Well, of course, there we have an instance of Harry trotting out the line that this one's wife has fed him by saying, "Oh, being with your family is like having the family that I've never had," triangulating him with his family and also the absence of her own family, making it seem like she's hard done to. Therefore, it's a triangulating pity play, naturally done to assert control over Harry and draw fuel from him, and is done in that moment for the purposes, of course, of making her look like she's a decent person. And Harry at that juncture, of course, was still in the golden period. 2 years later, the couple chose to spend Christmas with this one's wife, the loyal Lieutenant Doria Ragland. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex are looking forward to extended family time towards the end of this month, having spent the last 2 Christmases at Sandringham. The couple will spend the holiday this year as a new family with the Duchess's mother Doria, Buckingham Palace's statement read at the time. This decision is in line with precedent set previously by other members of the royal family and has the support of Her Majesty the Queen. Namely, thank God that woman isn't going to be with us. We are delighted that she's staying away. The article continues by explaining things between this one's wife, Harry, and the rest of the royal family have been rocky since they opted to stop working for the firm in 2020. While they haven't travelled to the UK for the holidays in years, more recently Harry and this one's wife did not attend King Charles's 75th birthday bash earlier this month, see parts pass him. The article then tells us things that we already know in relation to King Charles's birthday, so it doesn't bear repeating. But it is quite hilarious that here we have a short PR puff piece that's pumped out on behalf of this one's wife to make it seem like she does things with the kids, to suggest that they decorate the tree together. But a simple logical examination of that shows it doesn't hold up. Kids that age aren't interested in doing it, but once again, she has to portray this idyllic lifestyle of, yes, we all get around the tree, and I love nothing more than decorating and trimming it with my children. The reality is, she doesn't give a rat's ass about them, and she'd much rather somebody else do the heavy lifting, and that somebody else prepares the trees, and she can then come along and criticise the placement of the baubles, resulting in a member of staff no doubt crying into their cocoa. Once again, this one's wife engages in facade management. Once again, we are not buying it. I'm HG Tudor. Thank you for listening.